Welcome back for another fun geometry lesson. Today we're going to talk more about polygons. Remember, polygons are plane figures that have straight sides and enclosed space. So when we have a shape, let's do a quick example here. When we have lines together, those make a plane figure because they lie in a plane. But it is not a polygon until it encloses space. A polygon is a plane figure with straight sides and encloses space. So a polygon is any of our shapes that we already talk about. So we could spend a lot of time building them with the box of sticks, but for today, I brought out the drawers from our geometry cabinet, and we're going to look at the different shapes that are in our cabinet. So I'm going to start, I just wanted to start with a reminding you of what a polygon is, because every shape we're about to talk about is a polygon. Okay, so let's take a look at some of these shapes. All of those shapes I just showed you were polygons. These are all polygons, I'll bring them back. These are all polygons that have sides that are the same length. So if I pulled this one out and rotated it around, it would fit back in on all sides. When a polygon has sides that are all the same length, we call it a regular polygon. Sometimes you can draw polygons with different length sides, and those are called irregular polygons. But everything we're going to talk about today is a regular polygon. Okay, let me set these slightly out of our way, and let's talk about this polygon first. We already talked about this one. We talked about our three-sided polygons when we were talking about plane figures. This polygon has 1, 2, 3 sides. A polygon that has 3 sides, we call that a triangle. Triangle comes to us from the Latin tri, meaning 3, and angulus, meaning corner. And we have 1, 2, 3 corners, and also 3 sides. Okay, so our first polygon we talked about is a triangle. Now I want to talk about this one. This polygon has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. A 4-sided polygon has a special name called a quadrilateral. You might know this by its other more specific name, a square. A square is a quadrilateral that has 4 equal sides, but all 4-sided polygons are called quadrilaterals. Quadrilateral comes from the Latin quater, meaning 4, and lateralis, meaning sides. So like quarter, like if you think about a quarter in your pocket, a quarter is 4 quarters make $1. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a quadrilateral. Okay, now we get into some of the fun ones. Let's look at this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 5-sided polygon. This is a pentagon. Pentagon gets its name from the Greek penta, meaning 5, and gonia, meaning angles. When it has the gon at the end, it's angles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 angles. Pentagon. All right, let's look at this one. This one sometimes people say looks like maybe a honeycomb shape. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. A 6-sided polygon is called a hexagon. Hex comes from the Greek hex and gonia for the gon, and so it's a 6-angled figure. 6-angled figure is a hexagon. Sometimes it looks like a honeycomb look. Okay, now we're getting interesting. How about this one? Let's count this one up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a 7-sided polygon. A 7-sided polygon has 2 options for a name. And maybe you remember this when we were talking about the stories of the months of the year. And we were talking about September. We were talking about how September used to be the 7th month. So this 7-sided polygon can either be called a heptagon or a septagon. The septa root is the same as September. Hepta comes from the Greeks for 7. And so Greek heptagon, or septagon. Okay, we have a couple more to look at. This is one that's fairly common. Usually we don't see it blue, we usually see it red. This is the shape of our stop sign. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. An 8-sided polygon is called an octagon. And that comes to us also from the Greeks, octa, meaning 8. Octagon is an 8-sided polygon. Okay, now these ones get harder and harder to draw because the sides get so much smaller. But here we have another polygon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A 9-sided polygon has a special name. We call it a nonagon. Nonagon comes to us from Latin. Nonus means 9. Nonus means 9. Nonagon for a 9-sided polygon. Okay. Here I have one more to look at from our box. This one here has a lot of sides. In fact, it's kind of hard to see them all. I'm going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is a 10-sided polygon. A 10-sided polygon is called a decagon. Deca comes to us from the Greeks, meaning 10. Deca. Maybe you've heard decade, or maybe you've thought of, oh, we could talk about December. Just like all of these on the bottom row are all from our month stories. Septa, September, Octa, October, Nona, November, and Deca, December. So these ones here relate to some other work we've done too. The decagon, like I said, it's hard to see all the 10 sides, but it's a 10-sided polygon. All of these figures are polygons. Polygons are plane figures with straight sides that contain space. Okay, I hope that for some of you, I hope that was a review. For some of you, if that was new, great. I'm so glad that we were able to talk about something new. And I can't wait to share more with you about polygons. We're going to learn about the parts of polygons. We're going to learn about more about triangles, more about quadrilaterals, and we'll even get into some planar figures that are still plane figures but aren't polygons. I can't wait to share that with you next time. Bye-bye.